All right, so check this out. This is how many manga I have on my plan to read list, bruh. I'm not even gonna finish this before I die, bruh. You know what? We really need like 25 hours in a day at this point. Someone dropped the update. Hi, my name is Efe, and as you can see, I love reading manga, but I hate not knowing what to read next. There's just too many options. Not only are there just so many different titles to pick from, but it's hard to tell which ones are good and which ones aren't. The solution to this is to look up reviews on a website like MyAnimeList. On MyAnimeList, you can see that pretty much all manga is rated, so you can tell what a majority of the people think. However, there's a big problem with this. This is the Welcome to the NHK manga, and it has a rating of 8.12 on MyAnimeList. That means it must be pretty good, right? Well, no, I hated it. I would say, realistically, no bias, it should get nothing higher than a 4 out of 10. That's just my honest opinion. Do you see the issue now? If I would have put my review down on the page, then someone like you who actually liked the manga would see my review and possibly be turned off from ever reading that manga. This is the problem with reviews and opinions in the manga community. Thankfully, there's a solution to this. These are the two ways that I personally use to determine what manga I'll read next without ever having to look at any reviews. Number one, social ROI. ROI stands for return on investment. So social ROI is how much benefit you get socially for the time you invested on the manga. A good example of this is reading One Piece. Because One Piece is the biggest manga of our generation, if you have not read it or plan to read it, you miss out on potentially hundreds, if not thousands, of social interactions. This is no joke. Go to Japan. In short, reading manga with high social ROI will make you more friends. It's that simple. Be very careful with this though, because high popularity does not mean high social ROI. You can see this with series like Rent a Girlfriend or Part 2 of Chainsaw Man. Very popular series, but reading them won't improve your social life, at least as of today, July 2025. Number 2, newly ended series. This just means prioritizing manga that has finished recently. The biggest reason you choose these manga is because if you don't, then you will just be spoiled on TikTok or in a YouTube thumbnail. Ask me how I know. Not only can you avoid spoilers, but newly ended series also give you the social ROI boost I mentioned earlier. And although you might prefer reading manga by yourself, you have to admit, it is way more fun talking about it with other people. By now you've probably realized that this is just how I prefer to find the next manga I'm going to read, but it's probably different for you. The one thing that we can both agree on is that we each have our own preferences when it comes to choosing our manga. There is no way to quickly find the manga that matches your exact preferences though. Until now. This is Monrec. Let's switch over to the desktop view so I can show you how it works. Alright, boom. This is the Monrec homepage. You can access this by going to the mangadiet.com, clicking read, and then clicking Monrec here in the middle. As you can see by the title, this tool gives you a custom tailored manga recommendation. Absolutely insane. The fields you see here are all of the most relevant ones for generating a solid manga recommendation. Once you fill all the fields out, all you have to do is hit the Get Monrec button right here in the middle, and it will generate a manga recommendation for you, like so. Now what if the recommendation is something that you've already read? Simply hit the I've already read this button, and it will repopulate and then send the previous one to the archive. As you can see, very simple. We put in a ton of effort to make sure that this resource is useful, but only to those who like manga. That is why this and other exclusive manga resources are only available to those who have a membership. Now, if you're new here and you're wondering, what is ManDIET or what is this membership? Then I highly recommend you check out this video, which goes over everything that the platform has to offer. If you need help with anything related to ManDIET, make sure you reach out to us by using the contact form on the bottom of the page, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. To stay up to date on all things regarding your manga diet, make sure you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, subscribe on YouTube, or head to the updates section on the website. Comment the last manga that you completed and score it 1 through 10 so that others know what to read. I will do the same. This video is a part of a playlist with other helpful manga videos, so definitely check that out. And other than that, thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to having you. Bye.